Nearly 80 million farmers and gardeners rely on the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Plant Hardiness Zone Map for guidance on growing plants, crops, or greenery in their region. In the United States, there are 13 full growing zones, spanning 10 degrees each, from Key West to North Alaska. The USDA's growing zones were updated late last year, and it shifted 50% of the country up half a zone due to a warming climate. The last update was in 2012. In Southwest Florida, the hardiness zones have warmed nearly everywhere, including Pine Island's Bokeelia. Now, Bokeelia's average low temperature is 7 degrees higher than it used to be, and now they're in growing zone 10B. Growers on Pine Island are discovering that some fruits that couldn't survive a decade ago now can.
There are a lot of things that we've been able to grow over the past few years that we weren't able to grow when I started growing these things out here. For example, one is breadfruit. When I first moved to Pine Island, I had talked to other people who grew breadfruit and tried growing breadfruit, and it would die on them every single year. Over the past 9 years, we've successfully grown breadfruit to the point where it makes fruit almost on an annual basis if there's not a hurricane involved. And there are several trees that are cold sensitive that 30 years ago you couldn't get away with on Pine Island. Now you can. But it doesn't mean next year we don't have a nasty cold that comes through and kills it all in one fell swoop. Even though we've been given an upgrade in our zoning, I wouldn't throw 100% faith behind it and just say, okay, now I can grow this because it's warmer. Stick with something that's been tried and true. And leave the experimentation to the people who experiment with it. And 50 years from now, if I say, okay, you can definitely get away with this, take my word for it. But unless you have money to throw away, I wouldn't do it.